Since 1999, Networks Theatre has been a home to English-speaking theatre in Orihuela, Spain. The theatre, founded by Nick Moore, has presented over 110 shows, from children's shows through to plays, musicals, theatre and education, and our proud history of 18 specially written pantomimes. Pull up a chair and join us as we meet another of our wonderful company in Networks Theatre, Conversations With. Hello everybody and welcome to Networks Theatre, Conversations With, our chance to catch up with some of the actors and actresses who have played a really important part in our history since we started shows back in 1999. Our guest today is Fran Torres, who has appeared in many of our most memorable shows. Fran, hello, how are you doing?
Hello, Nick. Good morning. I'm glad to be here and being part of this remembering thing.
That's great, yeah. So as I always do, remind me, what have you been up to since you left Networks?
I went to university in Valencia, then I left that degree because I didn't like it. I was doing gastronomic sciences.
Gastronomic sciences. Just tell us in a nutshell what that is.
It's focused is for people to become a food critic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I feel like that was the aim of the degree.
Okay. I thought art history was a tricky degree, but okay. Wow. And at the end of 1 year, you decided it wasn't for you?
Yeah, also COVID came in.
Okay.
And I was back at home doing everything online. So and I also felt that was not my thing anymore. So I decided to change.
Okay. So you changed from Valencia and food gastronomy to
Alicante to do translation.
I know the answer to this. What language?
French.
Okay.
Oh la la.
Oh la la, as they say. Yeah. I remember having a conversation with you about like, why is it not English? But you were confident. You're confident about the French. Okay.
I chose French because I already had a nice level in English, and we were going to do English in the later years of the degree. So I wanted to become good at French.
Okay, absolutely.
Instead of focusing just on English.
And how is your French? Is it okay?
It's getting better.
Okay.
It's getting better.
C'est mieux?
Yeah, oui.
C'est mieux. Nous pouvons parler en français, c'est pas de problème. That's about the only expression I really fluently know. Okay, let's talk about your time at Networks.
Okay.
Your first show was, all of your shows have been in the new theatre.
Yes.
And you were in the second ever show in the new theatre, which was called Titanic All Aboard for America. June 2012. How old were you when you first participated?
I was 11, if I'm not wrong.
Okay, so you're a little bit late to the courses. Had you been offered them before, or was it the first one you've been able to do?
They were offered before, but I was scared to do them, and I also wasn't really keen on theatre at the time, or at least I didn't know about theatre and how it was. So
okay, and who was your teacher when you were first started the theatre courses?
Anne was my teacher.
Okay, I'm sure she encouraged you to do.
Yeah, she did.
Though. Yeah,
she told us. Yeah. Oh, sorry. No, she told us, go and do the theatre. It's going to be fun. You'll do great. Nick, he may seem like a bit difficult or bad-tempered, but he's really nice, and you'll learn a lot of English. You'll do great, and so it will be a nice experience. Yeah, I mean, I can understand why Anne would say that, but when you're trying to bring in a show in just 12 days with a group of 9 to 13-year-olds, we get the job done. Okay, what did you have any lines in Titanic All Aboard for America? I had maybe 3 or 4 lines, the most important one was the first one because I was the like the character that introduced the show. More or less. I said in 13th April 1912, I think that was the date. Titanic sailed from Southampton to New York on his maiden voyage, something like that.
On a maiden voyage. Oh yeah, we love it. Absolutely. Okay. And do you remember your character?
No, I don't remember the line. I remember wearing
I can picture you. Is it light blue?
Yeah, light blue T-shirt, and it said "private" something. I don't know.
I'm a private dancer. No, that's Tina Turner. I can't remember that one. Okay, now after that, we didn't see you again.
Nope.
For 2 years, 2.5 years.
Yes, it was a nice experience, but I didn't feel like it was like so amazing to do.
But you came back.
I did.
You came back in December 2014. So I suppose you would have been in second of ESO by then.
Yes.
The top age to do the theatre course.
Yes.
And I gave you the biggest part in the show.
That was unexpected. Yeah.
I do remember actually because Anne said to me that you were very capable. And so when you walked in, even though you hadn't done, you'd only done one theatre before, I thought, you know what, you're the right age for it. You were also much taller than the other kids. So that was important because Scrooge, you need to notice Scrooge. Yeah. But I do remember you where I was controlling the lights, and you, every moment of the show, you were just looking up to me, and I'm going, yeah, okay, you're okay. Yeah. But you knew it all, and
The thing about that show was that I had to be on stage for the whole thing.
Correct.
And that was so difficult. Yeah. I had 130 lines. I think that's been the biggest part. Every theater.
Even the ones you did later.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. But you got through it. I mean, were there any moments where you thought I can't do this, and Nick's really got it wrong?
No, the last scenes I always forgot the lines.
Yeah.
But it was I did fine, I think.
Do you remember any of the lines or any of the songs?
No.
None at all.
None at all.
It's actually got my favorite lyric I've ever written, which is "The past is gone."
Oh, the past is gone. The present's here.
The future's coming so soon.
So nice.
I fear.
So soon I fear. Yeah.
To sum it up, what have I got? I really have a lot.
And I remember that.
That I really have a lot comes from my father, who is constantly saying, how lucky are we? You know, with the food on the table and the house that we live in. And that was inspired by that. Okay, so that was the end of your time in our children's theatre courses.
Yes.
Do you remember your first, how many shows have you done in total across the years?
12.
12, okay, yeah. What was your first, like, kind of senior show?
Robin Hood. You wrote me a note, I remember.
Got another 2 years before you came back.
2 years?
Yeah, it was December 2014 and then March 2016. So like a year and a half before you came back. Wow, okay. I wrote you a note.
Oh, but that was after Robin Hood, I think, yeah.
Okay, but you came back through the door with Robin Hood.
Yes, Aroa told me that she wanted to do a show, and so she helped me, and we went and we did together.
I remember now. It was your key back in was Aroa, wasn't it?
Yeah,
because she really had. We need to get her on this actually. We did message her. Okay, what do you remember about Robin Hood?
I remember like a sense of community, of building a family, of creating something in the theater. It was a new generation coming in. We had some of the people that were in second of bachiller and they were leaving, as like Jorge or Jose.
Yes, but
got along so well with each other, and we had so much fun in that theater, and it was an eye opener, I think.
An eye opener. There's a nice expression. Okay. Robin Hood and the ABBA Silver Disc, of course, uses the songs of a rather popular Swedish group. And who did you play in it?
A soldier. It was
a soldier. Yeah, they're really funny roles, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
I had so much fun.
Yeah, very, very silly moments because there's lots of comedy all the way through.
Like, I have a puzzle. I remember I said I have a puzzle.
We should talk about this really. Yeah, because this was an awkward moment in life that became an awkward moment in the show.
Yeah.
Can you remember what it was about? They were talking about activities to do or something.
Yes, they were talking about things they did, and Jorge said, like, go to a puzzle, or I don't know. And I said, I have a puzzle, and you all went like looking at me. I was a new kid, and I have a puzzle of a boat. Oh yeah. So
we included it in the show.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it's still there. If we ever do it again, it will be in the script.
I'm glad to hear that.
I have a puzzle of a boat.
I've got a puzzle of a
boat. That's great. Okay, after Robin Hood and the ABBA Silver Disc, the next show you were in was the Scarecrow Girl.
Yes, emotional show. I don't remember the part I did, honestly.
I remember you kind of being in a river, where being rescued, or someone. You were rescuing someone.
And also jumping off like benches when we were doing songs.
Yes.
Like, you're going to be a star or something like that.
We're all made of stars.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a nice song. That was a really nice song. Okay, Scarecrow Girl. We've talked about that in 2 or 3 of the other programs. Cinderella, was that your first pantomime?
Yes, that was my first pantomime.
Okay, what are your memories of performing pantomime in Spain?
It was different. It was something that I had never seen before. It's a fairy tale that I feel like pantomimes are, if you took a fairy tale and you go and give the script to some drunk people in a bar, and they would transform it and add some like adult jokes and
are you suggesting they were drunk?
Who?
The people you gave the script to in a bar?
No, but I think that's the transformation, the how it comes to be like.
You started off as I assume, as one of the dancers, yes, in the pantomime.
Yes.
But later on, you moved to principal roles, didn't you?
I did Puss in Boots. Yeah.
Yeah, Puss in Boots, and you were
the pussy.
You were. You've waited all your life to say that, haven't you?
Yes.
I looked around for a pussy and I found Fran Torres. Yeah, it was great.
It was amazing.
I remember you loved the costume, didn't you?
That was what I was going to tell you was the costume. It was amazing. Thank you, Dennis, for that amazing costume. I love the boots. I love this white thing.
A ruff
on my chest.
Ruff. Yeah.
The tail. I love playing with the tail and being like.
There's a Freudian joke there, I'm sure.
Yeah. No, I think camp. I don't know.
Yeah, camp. Yeah, very much so. And I remember when it came round to our, we had an exhibition for the 100 shows. And the day we launched the book, and you said, "Can I wear the Puss in Boots costume?" And
I
went, yeah, sure. You know. Go off to Mercadona with it if you want, but yeah, you did love it. You love it. What do you remember about playing a principal character in the pantomime?
As it wasn't like the leading role of the theater, I didn't feel so much pressure on me.
Okay.
So I just it helped me express myself and be myself, and just I don't know, open up. That's what I get remember from that show.
Could you have imagined the boy who only wanted to do Titanic All Aboard for America 6 or 7 years later playing that role?
No. I was, as you know, I was so involved with the church. I wanted to be a priest. So me realizing that I was not straight and also being part of the theater like changed my life totally.
Yeah. I'd forgotten about your connection with the church, because I know that you used to come with me and walk the dogs out of soccer. I mean, you were number one. I would drive to your village. I would pick you up, and every Sunday morning we did that for, I don't know, 18 months, couple of years, yeah. And we would talk a lot about your involvement with the church and how in a way that you were being influenced to a path in life. And then you mentioned a moment ago about not being straight, about being LGBT. This is something I wanted to talk to you about. And I contacted you last week and said, do you mind talking about the gay experience and the connection to networks? Because I remember with your with the awards ceremony, you made a very emotional speech. Would you like to tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, sure. So as I said, I was involved with the church. I realized I was not straight. And even though I was in a safe place inside the church and the religious community, I started feeling that that was not my place. Then Network Theatre came in and I saw all these gay people. It was, we had a joke between the actors that Network Theatre was like Chueca of Orihuela. Like all the gay people went to Network Theatre. Everybody in networks like was part of the community. So networks became a safe place to be myself, to express myself, to tell people who I really was. So I think that is wonderful, and it is great to have a place like this close to my home and in Orihuela. And I know it has helped so many people express themselves. Well, I do know many examples of people that have gone through network theater that are not straight, and also doing shows that involve all this theme, this homophobia. We've talked about homophobia, transphobia, and I think it's vital that there's a place in Orihuela that does that. In such a religious place.
It's very true that we live in a town which is several hundred kilometers from the capital, and so it's almost like the further you go away from the capital and Chueca, the gay area of Madrid that you talk about, it seems that we become more and more distant from there.
Yeah,
it's also the nickname of the town we live in is Orihuelica del Señor, which is the little Orihuela of God or of the Lord. And okay, there's a lot of things to unbox there, what you just talked about. I arrived at Networks and I right from the start was very clear that this is me and here's my husband Dennis. And I like to think to a certain degree that we're a bit of a dream team for the theatre, because I write and direct and he makes the costumes and does the scenery. So we come kind of ready-made to perform. And I'm delighted to hear that you found it a safe place to be.
Yes.
Would you say that that was one of the first places that you actually said to people, oh, by the way, I'm gay?
Definitely.
Wow.
It was, it made me feel safer than my heart, than my house, than my classmates.
Yeah. I mean, we're not going to out everybody on this conversation by saying, oh, there was boom, 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 and boom. But one or two members of the staff are LGBT. And also across the years, a lot of the students we now know either came out at the time or came out later. And even for the ones that came out later, it's still great to know that they can participate in networks and to know that there's this environment where they can be safe, they can be accepted. And you know what? Just see a bit of normality, because that's what it's all about. You know, gays and lesbians have never wanted anything more than just equality. And that's all we need. So, good. I think we will play a little bit, with your permission, we will play a little bit of your award speech now.
Okay.
And I was out of the closet and all that stuff. But we don't know how hard it is to go out to your father and also the song, I'm not my father's son. It really touched my heart, because I remember last summer when I told my father, and he just hugged me and told me, I love you no matter what. So this was an amazing show, and I gotta thank you all for this.
Okay, Fran, that's great. You know, I'm delighted and thrilled that to be able to have played a part in your teenage years and coming out, and I'm touched by that. On that subject, I wrote Summer Camp.
Yes.
What do you remember about that show?
Being moved by it at first. It was difficult for me at first, because I was feeling like related to the character I was doing.
Well, it was written for you.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Can you tell us the story in a nutshell?
It's about this I don't know, this teenager that goes to a summer camp and is in love with other boy, and things don't go so well, because the other guy is a bit homophobic and doesn't like. Oh, he likes men, but he doesn't realize at the moment, and he's been taught the other way. So it is a bit of a journey for both of us, of realization of what we are in that summer camp.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it was based in part on the fact that I'd been bullied at drama school. So it was a subject that I wanted to touch on. And basically, the two boys had some kind of contact over one summer. And then the following summer, they find they're on a summer camp together.
Yeah.
And without saying anything, one of the boys decides to be
bully the other one.
To bully the other one. But in fact, the other one hadn't said anything, which is exactly the situation that had happened to me at drama school. A bit of contact 1 year, and a year later, suddenly being bullied. And that's the most I've ever said about it. And it's now on YouTube. Good. Summer camp. Also, the time that Dear Evan Hansen came out. So we used the song "You Will Be Found."
Yes, yes. At the end, I loved, and we made a group, and I did a selfie.
That's right. And on the last night, because it was the final show for a lot of people.
Yes.
Because they were moving on to university, and they decided not to do another show after that because of pressure of schoolwork, and all of the production team.
Yes.
Came on stage for the final selfie.
That sense of community. It was.
Yeah, that was. I will show that. We'll show that moment now.
Okay.
So when the sun comes streaming in, you reach up and you rise again. If you only look around.
Okay, so it was emotional, and I'm really pleased. As I've said in these previous programs, I'm really lucky to be able to tell these stories, and also to involve the students and to help their, not necessarily to preach to them like a religion, but to explain to them that there's stories that we can tell that can really help people in their life.
Yes, I love summer camp for that reason. When we finished the show, I saw many people that they were moved by it, that they were crying. So I realized that we had done a good job, that we had spread the message. And
yeah, there was a girl. There was a girl crying in the audience, and like this, I said, "Are you okay?" She went, "It just kept building. The story just kept building." I'm like, "Yeah, we did it. We did it. That's great."
Yeah.
Also, a favorite device of mine was to use songs from different musicals, and also to project, you know, where the song comes from. So it was quite educational for the cast as well.
It was educational in all the senses.
That's great.
It was a great show. It was an amazing show. I loved that.
Because there was not only yourself, but there was Santi as well.
Yes.
Who is also an out gay actor who sang Not My Father's Son from Kinky Boots. And that was a pretty powerful moment.
That was really powerful, yes. I think we all have felt that way. Me coming out as bisexual and not being accepted. Well, accepted, but you know, people have other expectations on you. People, especially your parents, they want you to do other things in life, and suddenly this comes up, and I think they believe that life is not going to be the same for me anymore. But it's not a big of a deal.
Sure. Okay, after summer camp, welcome to Sweetville.
Yes.
Back-to-back shows there. What did you play in Sweetville?
Oh, I don't know.
Headhunter.
Headhunter. I remember. Yeah. I remember the name.
I remember the name. Yeah. You were one of the gangsters. Sweetville, enjoyable experience?
Yes, it was nice to have new people in. I remember Alvaro.
Yeah.
Because we were struggling to find people to do the show.
Sometimes you hit a bit of a wall because of education, because ultimately we're relying on people who are in education. And as you get to May and June, people are thinking about their exams.
Yes.
So that's why sometimes that's why we do smaller shows in May, because they need a smaller cast.
Yes.
Okay. Did you have a good time doing Sweetville?
I had a great time. I had, as I told you, meeting new people, and the show was funny. I liked it.
Yeah,
it was fun to do it.
I do my best. Did you do the pantomime Dick Whittington?
Yes, I did. That was my last one, I think.
No, your last pantomime, yeah.
My last pantomime, yeah.
Yeah, but your final show, let's talk about it briefly. Treasure Island.
Treasure Island, yeah. It was, I liked the show, but I had this feeling of, well, this is the last one, because every time we did the last show and everyone was clapping and it was such an amazing experience, I felt like, okay, move on to the next one. Let's keep doing this. But then Treasure Island came in, and also the new generation came in, and it kind of stopped being the same place I had begun.
Sure, because you're not really with the same group of people that you started with.
It begins like, it feels like this Christmas thing when every year you keep losing people.
Yeah, okay.
That kind of feeling.
Yeah, okay.
It was not the same way.
Well, Fran, you've made a brilliant contribution to Network. Oh, we didn't talk about Titanic. You're in Titanic as well.
Yes.
April 2017, Titanic Ship of Dreams. And you got to say...
Iceberg! Right ahead!
Yeah. Good. Titanic, you are one of the few people who were in the junior version and the
Yeah,
older
those-
version.
Yes.
But I'm sure you don't really remember a lot to make comparisons, do you?
I was a stalker in both of the shows. Yeah.
Butch, dear. Okay. Yeah.
I think I was first class in both of them.
Of course. Nothing. Well, no. In the second
No?
one, you were not first class.
Oh no, I was member
You
of the
were-
crew. I
you
was
were
crew.
crew.
I was crew. Yeah. Sorry, yeah.
Okay, Fran, thank you for all of that. We normally finish with 2 minutes of silly questions. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll put my timer on. Otherwise, I'll go on for too long, as ever. Here we go. What instrument would you like to play?
Saxophone or how's it called? Dulzaina is a Valencian instrument.
The what?
Dulzaina.
Okay, find out more later. What superhero power would you like to have?
Being invisible.
Okay. Oh, for
stealing.
Oh, of course. There we are. Nice bit
Shoplifting.
of honesty there. In 50 years' time, what will people be nostalgic for?
Wow. Cinemas.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Cinemas. They're all dying now. They're all dying.
Yeah, movies were movies when you paid a dime to escape. Best city in the world?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you one.
Okay. Pizza or pasta?
Pasta.
Does pineapple belong on a pizza?
No, never. Prohibited.
Forget the 2 minutes. Fran and I had this ongoing thing where I sent him photos of my pineapple on pizza, and you go, no!
That's horrendous.
Okay.
Disgusting.
Can you name the members of ABBA?
No. Bjorn?
Anna-
There was a Bjorn?
Bjorn,
Yeah?
Anna, Benny, and Agnetha. Well, there we are.
There was a line in Robin Hood that said
It was
that.
a line. That's why I asked you the question. Yeah. What day of the week were you born on?
What day of the week? Friday.
Oh, Friday. Ready for the weekend.
Yeah?
Oh,
Always.
very good. What was your favorite movie when you were a child?
There was, I don't remember the name, but there was a movie about a Beetle, like a Volkswagen Beetle that had a face and beat up people with gasoline. I don't know. I think maybe you know the movie. It was like a cat that was alive. It was a Beetle.
What one item can you not live without?
Sadly, my phone.
Okay, yeah.
Or my watch. I like.
Oh, old-fashioned watch. Yeah. Oh, very nice. Yes. Final question. What music are you currently listening to?
Valencian and Catalonian independence music.
Okay, up the revolution.
Yes.
All right. Fran Torres, thank you so much for giving up your time to participate in our conversations with.
I'm glad to have this opportunity and I hope people like it.
Yeah, good. We'll say bye-bye. Thank you.
Goodbye.
There you are, everybody. That was Networks Theatre Conversations with. We'll be back next week with another episode. Bye-bye.